We especially want Mr. John M. Maloney, the CEO of Bluegreen, and Mr. David Pontius, the president of Bluegreen Management, to pay attention to what we have to say. We went to Florida because we wanted to give the kids a chance to go to Disney World, see the Kennedy Space Center, the Miami Sea Aquarium, just to have a special time together as a family.
This would be the very, very, very first time that we all went together on a vacation, and the kids were looking forward to it.
So I love the outdoors and especially fishing, so we visited the Bass Pro Shop several times. During one of these visits, a Bass Pro salesperson walked towards me and started a conversation. She was very polite and asked me where I was from and if I would go to Orlando in Florida because they have a bigger, better Bass Pro Shop over there. As a matter of fact, it was in our planning to do so, and then she interested me for a 4 days, 3 nights package at the Bluegreen Resort in Orlando, Florida. She showed me some nice pictures of the room and the floor plan of the place we would stay at, and she told me that the only obligation would be to attend a presentation for 90 to 120 minutes max. This was brought to our attention at least 3 times during the entire process. We are from Surinam. I work as a flight safety officer for our national airlines. This trip was expensive for us. Surinam is a third world country, developing nation, and our salaries don't compare to those in the US by far. Our children are young and energetic, and I was concerned that they would not be able to put up with anything longer than 90 minutes. So as for me, English is not my primary language. I thought a presentation would be more like watching a PowerPoint slideshow from a large TV screen. I was still skeptical about it, and I called my wife Susan, who wasn't with me at that time, to discuss this, and finally we decided to go for it because it was more like a one-time offer. According to the salesperson, take it or leave it. You don't take it now, you can't come back tomorrow. Bluegreen promised us to give us a 4-day, 3-night package at the fountains in Orlando for only $149, only if we attend the presentation. And I would receive 4 Bass Pro Shop gift cards at $25 each.
We were at Bluegreen sales for at least 5 hours. The kids' behavior began to get worse. There were constant distraction and they were running up and down. So the Bluegreen salesperson said they saw that we were getting worn out, so they took advantage of us.
Our youngest is only 15 months by that time, and the eldest is just 10. We were so tired. We were so hungry. My son just kept saying, "Daddy, Daddy, can we go now? Can we go? I'm hungry." We had made them promises for that day. Finally, after our ordeal, we were so exhausted, and after we ate quickly, we just had to stay in the hotel. That day was a total loss. We had some nice plans for the kids, we knew we lost that precious day out of our vacation.
So we just signed the papers and got out of there. And the only reason we did that is because Bluegreen told us that, or they promised us, after we explicitly asked them if we could cancel it at any time, and they said yes, you could cancel it at any time. It was absolutely no hassle.
Yes, let's make this really clear. Bluegreen told us we could cancel this contract any time we wanted, and there was absolutely no risk for us. At first we thought, they just take no for an answer and told them we cannot afford it, but our first salesperson called another one over to our table, and she claimed he was her manager, and they kept using the word investment. It's a sound investment. You can resell this at any time. You'll make money with this. It just makes financial sense. That's how I do it, how I pay the bill. This will only go up in value. It's like real estate.
So the Bluegreen, they started offering us to pay us $50 for every referral to them, but they never gave us any explanation that we could understand. Our primary language is Dutch, of what we have what we have purchased. They just said you have 8,000 points. It's every other year or something, but you can travel anytime you like, and you can book a reservation 2 days before traveling.
And then the Bluegreen people said, you can make money renting out your timeshare. It's like a second home. That will help you make the payments. And they told us that's how they took care of their timeshare fees. And then we found out what Bluegreen told us, we learned this later, had nothing to do with the place we visited. Our new timeshare was way back in St. Augustine. We assumed, and they let us to believe that we had a timeshare at the fountains in Orlando.
Let's make this very clear. The Bluegreen people, salespeople, they never told us anything about the timeshare we purchased. No details at all. We really believe it was at the fountains. And then they invited us to the VIP breakfast the next morning.
Breakfast with the managers, as they call it.
We thought some manager or director from Bluegreen would come to talk to us, and no one did. Just the salespeople. We just ate and left. There was nothing special about that.
We found out that these Bluegreen people, Bluegreen lied to us. We can't cancel at any time. There was a specific rescission period, and after that it was impossible to cancel. No one told us about it. As they put it, you are bound to the contract. Once this rescission period is over, you're bound to the contract. You cannot cancel.
The so-called manager, his name was Tim, assigned us to his special hospitality program, which afterwards appeared to be just another trick. They said it was a good investment, and then we found this timeshare stuff can't even be given away. They said it would increase in value. That was just lies, and they knew it.
Tim, the so-called manager, spoke about his own real estate company and stressed it several times. I found it strange that a person who owned his own real estate company would work for another just like regular salespeople. The reason why it caught my attention is because the way he repeatedly uses the words, my own real estate company. I sent emails back and forth with Blue customer service department. And first they kept telling me that we are bound to the contract and that they are going to keep our down payment of $500. Yes, because we wanted to go out of our contract. And what is really strange, and now we believe that they never had a real contract with us. As we understand it now, the rescission period doesn't even start until we have copies of all signed necessary documents. And we don't have all the documents. And that's because, this is quite interesting, they sent out a package with FedEx that contained papers they wanted us to sign. By then, we decided a few days ago already that we didn't want to continue. So we sent the paper back to them unsigned. No signature, it makes sense to me, equals no contract. Our argument with Bluegreen is this: we never signed all the paper, so you never had a complete contract. If your company has an ounce of integrity, you'll give us back our money. Bluegreen, stop the misrepresentation. Give us back our money.